kind of the composure and just with Marcus and with LeBron and everybody who's on the court in that final minute when you're down 6, so, but right when Marcus gets that steal, what does that say about the journey you guys have been on this year?
I think our mentality was, never give up. We knew he was down 6. I think we haven't got in a situation like that, especially in this series. So we are a little bit down, feel a little in the timeout. We're like, we got to do something about it. Then I think Marcus made a big play, the steal, and the foul on 3, he made all three free throws, right? He did. And LeBron made the big time threes, it was just crazy, it was so quick, everything happened really, fast. But yeah, I think it was a team win.
Going back to the first quarter, you had was it 14 or 16? I think 16 in that first quarter, and everything's going in perfect from the field.
The first quarter.
16. Yeah, 16 in the first quarter. What were you seeing, and kind of did you feel like your team needed a lift offensively you're able to provide?
It was a matchup, what's his name, the Shaper?
Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, he was guarding me. So we always talk about this whole series. We're gonna involve him in our offense, especially KD's out. We knew he was gonna play more, so we talk about it and exactly what we did, and they made adjustment, and yeah, they came back, but. Yeah, I think it was exactly what we walked on, and we practiced on, and we talk about it in the film, in the practice, so that's what we did exactly.
You said that you guys were a little bit down late, just like the mood.
Yeah.
How did you guys not let that overtake you and were able to kind of still end up coming back and winning that?
No, I think it was a mentality. We never give up. And especially, the playoff, we always got to fight through, If it was a regular season, I'm not going to lie, we might probably just let it go, But it was a regular season, we knew it was something going to happen always, and we literally fought through. So, yeah, I think, that's why you got that result.
Just about this before, haven't missed the playoffs since, 2023? Now that you're back in it, what does this feel like? How much are you looking forward to this?
Oh, every day. This is, when you were sitting at home on your couch as a kid growing up, you watching the playoffs, this is what you dream of being involved in, one of those games, right? And then to not be in the playoffs, the last 2 to 3 years for me, it just sucked. I got to watch some good basketball, and it's just like, damn, I'm a competitor. I want to be out there playing too. So to be back out there, it's a great feeling.
Marcus, you guys are down 6 with 27 seconds to go in regulation. You're able to get a steal and then quickly turn it into a free throw opportunity. What'd you see, and how were you able to make that play happen?
Just make a play. My instincts, right? We knew that they were going to try to ice the game, right? And we needed to make a play. And just using my instincts, Jabari Smith, I think it was him who made the pass, and I just kind of stunned it to see what he does. He picked his dribble up, and now he's in no man's land, and he threw a loft pass for me to recover, and I got it. And as I looked up the clock, I seen, Tate running really fast, and I'm like, okay, is he probably not going to be able to stop in time? So I just pulled up right away, and he ran right under me, exactly what happened. So it was a smart play. That's part of my being a vet and my vet savvy, been in the league for 12 years. I picked up some tricks from some guys, right? So that helped us a lot.
Marcus, Jackson just said in the other room, it feels like you guys are playing every game as if it's your last game right now. What does that kind of mentality mean to you, to hear that from, a younger teammate like that, and kind of you guys build back a way to win this game when it seemed fairly unlikely under a minute to go?
Love it. I mean, I've been talking to the guys, since I got here. You got to leave it all on the court, because you never know. And, that's been my motto since I got in this league. Just play and leave it all on the court, because you never know, it could be taken away at any given moment, right? And with 2 of our best players down, we got to play desperate. We got to be the most desperate team, and that's how we've been playing. And that's how we win it, right? The chemistry is being built because of that, and you're starting to see guys' confidence go up because of that.
Marcus, obviously, the Rockets are going to come out desperate in Game 4 to avoid elimination, but you guys have an opportunity to win on Sunday, advance to the second round. Do you even allow yourself to think about what advancing in 4 would do for you guys,
Nope.
whether it's Luka and Austin? So I guess what was the message from JJ in that regard for Sunday in the locker room?
Got one more. It's not over. We got one more, and we're in their home, and nobody wants to get embarrassed in their home. And we got them in a nail biter tonight, so it's one more. We can't worry about what happens after that because we got to take care of that. So we'll worry about that after the game. Right now, Sunday is the only thing on our mind.
Both those guys made big time plays, and before the game, at halftime, we've talked for the last 10 plus days just about elevating everything, and this is our first road playoff game, and you have to elevate your poise, you have to elevate your composure, recognizing that there's going to be moments where the crowd's going crazy or you get down, they make a run, whatever it may be. We weathered a lot tonight. We weathered a lot of turnovers. I thought our defense was fantastic. And then in that moment, just to have the poise to just keep playing. And Smart made a huge play to get us into a one-possession game. And then coming out of that timeout, for them, we wanted to get a trap, and Rui and Braun did a good job of just putting pressure on Shepard, and obviously we make the steal, and Braun hits a big-time shot.
And what was it like, just the swings, the emotional swings? What was kind of your focus on the sideline? And what
Next play. I mean, look, there's a lot of things that happened tonight that were not perfect, including some stuff I did. There was one timeout that I wish I could have back. Where they had the ball and it was a need play, and wish I had made a different substitution. But you just got to get on to the next play, and that's to me, is that a hallmark of poise. That's a hallmark of composure. We certainly had a lot of discussions, both on the court and in timeouts, about correcting some things. We probably made more mistakes tonight, and as a group, and not just the players. I mean, myself included. Probably made more mistakes tonight. It's tough to win on the road in the playoffs, and again, even without KD, they're a great basketball team, and that was a huge test for us, especially in that moment when we're down 6.
I'm sure there's plenty of the things that Marcus Smart does that are in the context of what you guys ask him to do as a coaching staff, but the stuff he does, like that, shooting the gap to get the steal with 30 seconds, rebounds, lead it to 2 free throws to go up 4 in overtime. I imagine that's just him, right? And what's it like having a player that has that extra something to his game?
Right. I mean, he's a winner. He makes winning plays. Obviously, the steal was huge. The 2 plays in overtime that really got us the lead and kind of kept us in control of the overtime were on offensive rebounds, and that was Smart got one where he gets fouled, chucking the ball to